This is part one of what of Izuku Midoriya have the powers to see the universe. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Our story began off with a youngest Ieyasu Midoriya doing so. He's planning, or he doesn't know what he want to be. Maybe he could be a hero. He have a pretty powerful fire breathing quirk. Maybe he could make this hero thing work out. Maybe he could. So he applies to some early hero academies, and he does, and he succeeds. So, all right, I'm a hero now. I guess all I can do now is do the best I can. I'm wondering if I could ever be one of the greatest. Maybe I could join an agency. Maybe I could join Rose Quartz, or I could join her agency, Crystal Gems. That that would be amazing. I mean, they may not take low ranking heroes, but at least at least I could try. Alright. Well, he's leaving the office and just graduated from a hero academy. He makes his way towards the headquarters of the Crystal Drum Slits. Not many people were there. Just four, which is Rose Quartz, Amethyst, Pearl, and Garnet. These are the only people in the agency. As he actually makes his way up to the front desk. And he just said, "Hello, is anybody here?" As a giant lady with pink curls, approximately 8 feet tall, wearing a long white dress, says, "Hello, oh, you're a human. We don't get much company around here. Yo, I was hoping to join your agency." As Rose, she let out a laugh. She began laughing. Wow, you, what's your name? He says, Firestorm. I have fire breathing, but I can't use a slight form of pyrokinesis. Wouldn't you feel more comfortable at an Endeavor agency? No, I want to be here. You all was my inspiration. You all were my inspiration. Well, your name is Hiyachi Midoriya. He says, you know what? Sure, I allow you. But Rose, you can't just allow him as your Crystal Gems. He's not a high rank hero. Neither are you, bro. You're still number five. Well, that's the case, but still. Alright, Hiyachi. I'm going to allow you to join the Crystal Gems, but there's a secret. Since you're pretty much the only outsider we've ever let join, we're aliens. What? We're aliens. We're the reasons why quirks exist in the first place. Ha- a long time ago, there was a war. We was originally sent here to terraform the planet, to conquer it, to create more gem life, but I saw that it was wrong and we were taking life, so I led a rebellion, farming the crystal gems, and in the final wave, the diamonds are, the leader of our race, let out a blast of effects, corrupting every gem, meant to annihilate them, but it corrupted them, and the only way I was protected, Garnet and Pearl, was with my shield, and this wasn't emerged yet, so she survived. So she was able to survive the corruption. But we dare why, so that's why she came out off color. But the Christian gems accept all of that. They're our favorites. There's some of our all of us are off colors really. We was all meant to serve the Diamond and Dorothy. And here we are living as the number one heroes on Earth. He just what? See, she takes some. She takes him into the portal temple, and he sees. Well, you really weren't lying. So you're the reasons Quarks. You're the reason Quarks exist. Yeah, kinda. That's so cool. I probably would have ended up in some lame office gig. Office gig. This is some. You're amazing, but I'm sorry about your kind though. It's fine as a few days pass and he began getting associated with the agency, going on different forms and mentions of their crystal gem and the hero agencies, taking out make cheat level dogs, and he's even helped fought corrupted gems, and he actually he sees some amazing places like the Desert Simple. The can He even goes to visit kindergarten, even though it's not that amazing. But there's still some pretty advanced technology there. And he asks Rose, hey, why don't we cultivate some in your gem technology you have? What do you mean by that? Like the rope path technology. That would make transportation much easier. And those little tablets, your mother gets spare out of them. Those make human civilization much more advanced. Well, that's so, but it may be a little too dangerous to allow humans to have access to gem tech. At least right now. Maybe at another time where humans are a little more advanced and understanding. And more he goes I say and he's be, he actually gained feelings for Rose, and Rose have been developing feelings for him as well. So one day he asks her out asks her out on a date, and he said on a date. He says, "Really? No, sure." Their relationship kindles, even when he actually have rolled up to the ranks of heroes. There were cases have gotten pretty tight, but then a corrupted a corrupted beast attacked, nearly wiping out a portion of a city. It took everything that Crystal Jones had to take out this corrupted gem. This never took this long, but he actually got hit with one of this with a breath attack or the shockwave, and he began to pass away. And Rose began crying, saying that she never got to tell him how she really felt about him. As he actually died, she cried because for some reason her healing spirits wasn't working. At it did something. It resurrected him, and it turned him it turned him pink. And she says, just like, huh? And he actually wakes up. He's like, what? Wait, what happened? Where am I? Can I please? Yes, and yes, your desk is really nice, but can I please just go to heaven? He looks up. He says, "Wait, I'm back. What happens to the red? What happens to the red man?" And Rose hugged him, saying, "Hiyashi, just wait, Rose. What happened? A corrupted drum attack. It did some damage. We never encountered one. We never encountered one that powerful before. It took everything we had out of it to take it out. Do you think more beasts are going to appear like that? I I hope not, because we may not be able to take it out. With Rose thinking in her head, She's a diamond. I know how we want to be rose quartz forever now, but she's a diamond. That beast should not have had any effect on her, but for some reason it did. Maybe it have some to do with Earth, something in air, maybe, or what's that thing? Unknown to her, or was it? It wasn't exactly a gem. It was a no move. A gem with the villains of one took some of these gem creatures and tried to experiment on them. But every time he cut into their bodies, they just or cut they just disintegrated and pooped, just leaving a gem. So he decided to try to merge them with his no. He, with the help of Dr. Ujiro, he merged them with his no move, creating gem no move hybrids with advanced quirks. They have minds. They're not exactly fully gem or fully human either. They're hybrids, and they've gained some form of persistence back with the help of intelligent quirks. But that's a story for another time in the near future. As Hiyachiro's relationship is being kindled, Pearl is still a bit jealous. Is jealous, and she's kind of upset, but she decides to let it go. As Hiyachi began hanging out with Amethyst, and them going on some fun adventures. Him even getting to know Garnet and learning that she's actually a fusion between two gems named Ruby and Sapphire. Wait, what? What's fusion? Well, it's one of the most intimate connections between a gem and a human. I mean a gem and a gem. That was I don't want to cut that out with video. I'm too lazy. I cut out when I make the movie all these parts, but back to the story. But that's the most that's one of the most intimate forms a fusion gems can get, or you can use it to boost your powers. But the main difference, they have to be built on trust, or your future can end up outraged or corrupted, and it will make you insane, and it will hurt your body. And he actually he decides to ask Rose out, and he sets up gets a traffic gang on a beach where the temple is located. As he sets up music and he begins to try to dance with Rose, watching and dancing there upon until he tried to fuse and tries to he tries to fuse, but it didn't work. What was I thinking? Trying to do this? Of course I couldn't. What were you trying to do? I was trying to fuse. Wait, and Rose began laughing. You can't fuse. You're a human. Humans can't fuse. Why are you laughing? What are we doing? Uh, can you? What are we doing here? What is this? Our relationship. Our relationship, and she's laughing even harder. And he actually yells and says, "Can you please just act like a real person for once?" As as the music stops, it's Rose using her powers a little bit, a little losing control, saying, "But she's not a real person." As the music cuts on, and he kept note of that, but he says, "What? What am I? What am I to you? I know one thing. I do love you." And Rose saying the same thing. Let's give this a real opportunity. As Pearl says, "Ha, it didn't even work. Why say still laughing? Why say still there?" As Garnet said, saying it did work. And I Rosen, I think Pearl's referring to herself, whispering, I think she picked her favorite person. And she becomes a little upset. A few days after that, at the point in time, he actually noticing his body is a bit different. He's a little stronger. He's stronger, well, a lot stronger than what he used to be. He's faster, and he begins to notice it. He was reaching his early 30s since he was 26 years old. But he notices it's been like 5 years. He had an age a day since he was resurrected. He asked Rose about it. Well, my power seems to affect quick humans differently than normal humans. I think it has something to do with basically you're pretty much like a gym now, or not exactly. You're going to be able to live for a very long time, maybe hundreds, if not thousands of 10,000s of years, and saying, "Wow, I'm dang near immortal now." Look, I suppose, I suppose you are. As he actually noticed different things too. As he always had long hair, and real touch it. And she notices it versus just like her pet lion mane. And he actually blurts out, "You have a pet lion? Oh, yeah, I have a lot of things. You may not want to know about them, though, but I do have something that we found a long time ago." As she gets on the warp pad, grabbing Yayashi along with her, and grabbing Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst. I've I just realized I never showed any of you this. I found this a while ago. I'll try to show stuff here. As Pearl remember where they are. If she notices this spaceship, I found this is where I keep a bunch of stuff I found from human day, from old times for old humans. Like they had things like this, whatever this thing is. It's he actually like, whoa, that's the oldest tape recorder that I've ever saw in my life. They don't even make them anymore. They stopped making these thing there 700 years ago, if not earlier. How is it still working? My healing powers affect inanimate objects as well. They can repair absolutely anything. You act like, wait, can it fix a car? And Rose like, I don't know. Maybe it can. She, I've never tried it. Well, and that's what they're doing. They found a bunch of weird things. Even found an old guitars and his car wash that said Beach City. Huh. That place, hey God, you know what Beach City is? Huh. I that's from a different timeline that events could have that events could have foreplayed. And Garnet's like, and Rose responds, "Wow, really? But what if our life would have been like that? Been like there?" She doesn't know, but she couldn't see that far. But she could only see certain events, but it would have been quite entertaining. It would have been entertaining. I would say that at least. And Rose sometimes says, "Wow, Star Truck, Star Truck." As they leave, and Hiyashi, they say he notices he can create shockwaves powerful enough to wipe out buildings. Well, I was never able to do that before, and enhance his score. he can now breathe massive amounts of fire, and he have pyrokinesis now. A higher form of he can control his flames nearly as much as it never can, and he can make shockwaves. And Rose comes up behind him, and he sees her. He says hi, and he let off one, and it formed a portal. It formed a portal. Wait, what? It's Pearl or Starstruck. It says Hiyashi. You didn't tell me that your court allowed you to create portals. It didn't. Maybe it was because maybe it was because side effects for my maybe it was because side effects from when I resurrected you. I never had to resurrect a human before. And she says, wait, really? I I what? Wait, this is this is bloody amazing. It's more as Dave. He actually learned to cultivate his new skills and abilities, even being able to jump higher. Eventually, as years go by, as Yachi, he still looked like he's 26 years old, and he notices that none of them have changed much at all either. Changed much at all either. But for some reason, he did notice they got taller somehow. Somehow, he never noticed any of that before. And our old friends, he created some musical jam a long time ago. His friend sold it, and now he's also filthy rich, living by the beach, a portion of the beach, closing it off. Since that's now private property belonging to the Crystal Drum Corporation, Hiyashi is now the sixth. He is now the fifth ranked hero in the entire hero world, and Hiyashi's kind of proud of himself. He was able to live out his dream. He's excited about that. Eventually, to him marrying Rose, and them Rose somehow getting pregnant and Garden. She saw what was going to happen, but she thought her future vision was going haywire. Wait, and Pearl, a human, she having intercourse with a gem, and the gem had a child. And if you're going to have a human child, what is that even going to do to you? What's going to happen? Uh, she realized we can't both we won't both be able to exist. Garnet said you're going to have to give up your physical form in order to have a baby. And Rose is all right. As she records a video selling Izuku, they both can't exist, and she's going to become a part of him. His father's going to have to look out with him. As Pearl, Endless, and Garnet is going to have to be a state covers and be able to use your power, your gem powers. Who knows? You might even develop. You might even develop a quirk. You might even develop a quirk. As 9 months pass, and she technically gives birth to Midoriya, with Hiyashi naming him Midoriya, or Izuku Midoriya Universe, ending with him being born. But that's why I'm going to end this part off right here. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace out.